kind of just approach it the same way, just kind of go out and be the best player I can be every day. I know that I have some things I could work on and I should be working on and I do work on, and even from then, it's night and day from where my mindset and my mentality is from like when I got here in June last year up until like right now, and it's more or less with my faith, you know what I'm saying? I've definitely taken that walk and just being more consistent outside of football, and that would transfer to football, if I'm up all night and stuff like that, not really paying attention to what I need to do, you know what I'm saying, and not really taking on that ownership as the quarterback, because no matter who's out there on Saturday, you know what I'm saying, we're all quarterbacks, we're all, symbols of this program, and extensions of the coaches, and so to carry yourself like that, like you are the guy, even though it might not even be named like that way, it's like it'll go a long way, because at the end of the day, like being that guy, being that leader, and being that that rock for people on the team, it goes into life, you know what I'm saying. One day I want to be a dad, one day I want to be a husband, you know what I mean. So that all ties into being a quarterback for the role. So yeah.
When there's only one ball and everybody wants to be the guy, how do you guys try to keep camaraderie and build each other up, even though there is obviously strong competition between guys that want to be the quarterback here?
I mean, I think we all take it as, like if he goes do something, like I'm gonna go like one up you, and it's all fun, because you got coaches like Coach Frost, Coach Coop, and Coach KZ that are like not oblivious, they're not hiding it, trying to sweep it up under the rug, that like there's a competition, there's like serious stuff going on, and like I'm open to that. I would rather you tell me straight up what it is without having to like, you know what I'm saying, have to assume, you know what I'm saying, and if there's a lot of gray area, there's a lot of assumptions in it, so they're very clear and very like blank on what it is, and that's what I respect the most. And I think for the guys, it's fun, like we're telling you, like if it was just, say if it was somebody was just named the job, kind of like, not to speak on anything from last year, but like if somebody was named the job, like who's to say that guy wouldn't be complacent or he wouldn't like want to work as hard because I'm just a guy, you know what I'm saying? But no, like we're all here, we're all gonna push forward, and even when you win the job, what are you gonna do to keep that job? You know what I mean? Like we played 4 quarterbacks last year, so like there's a sense of like knowing that, hey, you win that job, but like what are you gonna do to take the team to the next level and up until then, and then there, and then the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and so it's more or less just stand on that track and like being consistent through that process for sure.
Did it help to have like a role, even when you weren't the starting quarterback last year, to have the ability to check in and offer something different in the run game when Dylan was operating at the time?
Yeah, I'm a team player. At the end of the day, any team I play for, any coach will say like I'm a team player no matter what. Like freshman year at I went to the scout team just because I wasn't getting no reps, you know what I'm saying? And I wanted to go work. Sophomore year, I redshirted, went to scout team and got rep there, and then coming here and being in that situation to where like we get in the goal line and we're having trouble scoring in the red zone, I can go in and help us out. Either they follow me or follow RJ, you know what I mean? And so at the end of the day, whatever I can do to make the team win, and I said it earlier in the interview that it doesn't matter who the quarterback is, I just want to win games, and so whether that's me, Taylor, Cam, or even Davi or Brock Hansel, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Like I just want to win games, and so with that all being said, it's just more or less for me, I'm just a team player,
I know that you're the fishing guy, I guess, on
yes,
the squad. So how has that helped you as far as building camaraderie with as many new faces? How many guys have you taken out, and how much fishing do you do?
I do a lot of fishing. I can't really do enough during camp. I try to stay out the sun, but I might try to go later on in the day, probably around like 6, right around the corner. But I've taken like DJ Bell, Camp Lot, Waden, Charles. There's a bunch of guys that like go and fish, like Caden, a lot of freshmen. DJ Bell, he's obviously an older guy. Just Jabari Brooks, just the guys. And with fishing, like obviously you want to like have camaraderie, but when I go fish, it's just peace and quiet, sometimes. And so with those guys, like it's good to see them like when they first catch their first fish, they're hooked. You know what I'm saying? Like Waden, I gave him a lure or whatever, and like it wasn't working for him, and he was just like sitting down like slowly, and like he had a fish, and like it got to the bank, but it came off, so it doesn't count with me. Like that doesn't count. And so like he's like, man, like I gotta get the fish. And so we went on break, and then he went fishing over break, and he's like FaceTiming me. He was like, bro, I caught this fish. It was like 3-pound bass. I'm like, bro, that's lit. And like ever since then, he just won't be quiet about going fishing. And that's what it's about. You just gotta find a way to step away from the game without having to like overextend yourself. Like my peace and quiet is like outside in the wilderness, my dog, and fishing.
Do you prefer freshwater to saltwater?
I like freshwater, is more accessible to me. But like when I was at UM, there was always like a canal, freshwater, and then you could go like to a bridge and then it'd be like jacks and like snapper and stuff over there. So like I think I like this, like Orlando's fishing or just like Central Florida's fishing because it's more my speed. Like Valdosta is more like cool, calm, and chill, as of like down there it was more like, you know what I'm saying, more distractions and stuff, but like I think in Orlando it's more my speed, it's more cool, nicer people. I can knock on people's door like, can I fish in your backyard? And they'll say yes, you know what I mean? And I really appreciate that, just to, you know, be myself outside of football and like have an identity outside of that.
Biggest fish? I mean,
biggest fish.
I have a fish story. I mean, that's always the.
Okay, so biggest fish this year, like a 5-pound bass, right over here where I'm gonna go fishing tonight. So the day before that, I prayed. I was like, Lord, this, like, I hadn't been fishing in a minute. I was like, Lord, when I go fishing, I'm a top water guy, right? And so, like, I just want to catch one of the biggest bass I've caught out of this lake, right? And so last cast, it's like 9:30. I'm slapping mosquitoes, whatever. And so I'm like fishing my way back in because I start long and I just like go in. So I'm popping a little top water, it's like a little spook, right? And so, boom, popping, like it gets closer and pointed to the point where I'm like finna reel in, like throw again. Boom, grabs it. So I'm like reeling in, I'm like, it's heavy. I'm backing up and I'm breathing hard because I got this on camera. Breathing hard. Once I get to the bank, it's like these little pencil weeds and he's stuck in there. And so like I had to take my shoes off and like get in the water and go and like I wrestled, like I got the video on my phone, but I wrestled this fish like with my thumb, like trying to like get it, and like I finally pull it out and like walk like 10 yards back to shore, and I'm just like, let's go, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was nice. It was a good time though, for sure.
Jacurri, I know we're talking a lot about football, but I saw this weekend you graduated.
Yes, sir.
Talk about that for a second. Why was that important to you, and kind of how do you feel about that?
I mean, it's great. I'm the first like bachelor graduate in my family, like of that generation, so it's kind of breaking a lot of cycles of curses and stuff that my family's been through, and it was great just to have my family there, you know, to see that. But I mean, I'll be back in next December. I'm getting my master's too, and so I'm going to do that. But I mean, it's great. You know, it was good to just have that accomplishment. You know, just a lot of hard work. A lot of people go to college and don't really finish, and a lot of people don't even make it to college. And you know, just to do that and to have my family there and just to be an alumni, you know what I'm saying? It's good. You know, being in that ceremony made me kind of want to get my doctorate. You know, they got their whole like little ceremony because they did theirs, they did the masters, and then when they got to us, they were just naming our names off. You know what I'm saying? So for sure, just it's a great accomplishment. You know, just one of my goals is to graduate from college. Even when I signed and went to college, I was like, it's a 3 to 4 year business deal to get my degree, and so you can't ever take that from me.
What do you want to get your master's in?
I haven't really decided yet. You know, there's a lot of things. I had my major was like criminology, and then I had a minor in animal bio, and like I wanted to do something like IT or something because the world going towards that, but like I had to take a chemistry class, so I'm not trying to take chemistry. And so I'll probably do like educational leadership, something on like business or something like along those lines, so where it's like very versatile thing I could use up for life. You know what I mean?
Let's talk a bit about football again for a
Yes,
second,
sir.
if you don't mind.
No, you're good.
What are the things that you think you do really well for this offense?
I think I bring juice. You know what I'm saying? Energy, playmaking ability. And just being a guy that's going to know like what's going on and like diving into the playbook and like actually taking ownership in the plays and players and just leading the team in the way.
Obviously, you've been in a few different offensive systems in your college career.
Yes,
How do you describe the system you're playing in right now?
It's elite. You know, it's we got a little bit of everything. You know, take advantage of boxes and we attack. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of attack, and that's what I really like. I've been a part of some offenses that are just we kind of play off of what they do. We kind of just, you know what I'm saying, do what we do, and like no matter what, like stick to our rules, go to your coaching, and like we're gonna be good. You know, that's what I respect about it. It's more of attack, and it's more of taking the aggressiveness. You know what I'm saying? Offense, you know, obviously you want to attack, but sometimes like you might have some like lackadaisical offenses to where like, hey, you know what I'm saying, we're not gonna take a shot because of this. Is like he gives us a shot, you protect the shot, and like you know go on with the play. But at the end of the day, like it's an attacking offense for sure.
How much has having Mackenzie Milton around been helpful for you?
It's amazing, you know, to see him and like I said, I watch a lot of ball and I've watched like him in the offense and just to get like a feel for it, and even Mariota, but with Coach KZ, just to like know that like he's done it and he's did it, and like he's Coach KZ's like 27, and so like he's like a younger guy, you know, with us, and so like he understands sometimes the ins and outs of games, and like if I can go to him and talk to him about anything, no matter if it's football or is it just me and my faith, you know, and he's really big on that. He really pushes the envelope, and us is just trying to, you know, get in our Bible and get in our word, and like that's really what's helped me to, you know, take that step as a quarterback, because I know like I said, my identity is not in football, you know, and for him to kind of be that leeway in that door to where I can go talk to him about anything, it's just really, really a good thing outside of football. Like, obviously, he's going to be a great coach. Obviously, you know, UCF, Coach Frost, they're always going to produce good coaches. I mean, good players and good quarterbacks. But, like, I think the big thing with KZ is just, like, that spiritual realm of, like, knowing I can go to him and lean on him for anything, for sure.